Hello, it's Easy Target coming at you with a Fortnite video. In this video, I want to go over the replay functions of Fortnite. I know for me, it took me a minute to figure out where exactly it was. I thought it may be in settings. I thought it may be something that I had to activate and get going, but it at first is defaulted and is activated for you, and it sets up a little side folder for you so you can just go ahead and get in there and get to your files, and you can even share these files. So I want to go ahead and show you also how to share these files. I'll go over the controls for console. If you're using a controller, it actually works pretty easy to go around and control where you want to go and navigate around the map. And then I'll go ahead and show you how to edit and delete and rename things so you can go ahead and pick out your game files a lot easier and send them to friends so they know exactly which ones are yours. So let's go ahead and get into this. Right off the bat, you got career, and for some reason it's under career, I guess because that's all the things that you've been doing. Then you just got replays right there. Click on replays. Boom, it loads them up. Then it just loads a whole bunch of your previous games just right in here. It tells you eliminations, where you finished off, the game lengths, all that type of stuff. You just click on the ones that you want, and then you just go down and hit play, and that's going to go ahead and play your video for you. If you go ahead and click rename and save, it's just going to pop it up, and then you can just go ahead and change the name of the game, and then it was going to change it from unsaved to the name that you just saved it to. So then whenever you go into the files here, you can go ahead and send this to a friend, and then you actually know which one it is versus unsaved and at a date. But if you go down here where it says open replay folder, you click on that, it's going to pop up this folder right here, and you can see I've already tried it out once before, but these files are actually pretty small. You can go ahead and send these files over like Discord or some type of messaging service. So usually it says that the files are too big, but here they're decent sizes to where you can send them over to friends. They can go ahead and load it up into their game, and then they can go ahead and get started at viewing your game and looking at all kinds of different stuff that you wanted to show them. Let's go ahead and get into this and see how the controls work for console. Just go ahead and hit confirm. It's going to go ahead and start it up. Alright, for the controls here, you got left click. It'll change your HUD look. You can take the controls off the screen so you're not recording them on screen. You can show your maps. Unfortunately, you can't show your gear and whatnot. But then you got your X. That's going to bring up a whole bunch of different customization options per camera that you have on. You have a couple different ones. A couple key ones to point out is the nameplates on and off. Just go ahead and show different characters around you and the outlines of characters. I'll go ahead and show you here. If I go ahead and exit, then you can go ahead and see characters that are all around you. One key thing to note on the nameplates is you can see which weapon they have equipped and what they're switching to. So if they're going ahead and editing stuff or using stuff, that's what they have available. Moving on over, we have the timestamp. For this is just with the controller. You just go ahead and move around the timeline a little bit easier. You can back it up, and then using your D-pad, you can just go ahead and move the options down here on the bottom. And that's the same way that I was doing this up top for the timeline here. After the movement of the timeline, you got over here, you just go to the start of the video. You can go back a couple seconds of the video. You can pause the video with triangle, which is a dedicated one. It's not, it doesn't change. You got fast forward a couple seconds, and then you got fast forward to the end of your video. Then, if you use up and down on your D-pad, you can go ahead and speed up or slow down your video. You can go pretty slow on here, all the way down to 0.1 times. Things are very, very slow at that point. 1 is your normal rate, and then over here, if we keep on moving over, you can change different characters, and then you can just do the same exact thing. So you can follow along for the whole game and see what they did for the whole game. So if you got killed by somebody, you wanted to see what kind of player they were, you can go back and see it, or you can go back and see some players that maybe you missed, or just see some different techniques that people use just by following them. Back and forth, and then lastly on this bottom bar here, you got third person. You got your camera view basically. If you click in on your right stick, it's going to change between the different modes. Some modes allow you to go up and down. Some modes allow you to stick with the character. This is like a free roam mode. It's kind of a little bit slow, like on my panning left and right, but you can go up and down if you... Sorry, I had to re-record this. I did it wrong. L2 goes down, R2 goes up. L1 and R1 actually zoom in on the characters or whatever you're looking at. Oh, I was zoomed in real close right there. But having the character outlines is nice, just so you can go ahead and find characters whenever you're trying to zoom around and try to fly around by them. And then that's basically it. If you want to go ahead and get out of this, you can just go ahead and hit your options button. Just go ahead and bring it up on screen and go ahead and leave match, and then you're done. Now we'll just go ahead and skip ahead to the end of the video and see what happens with this match. And there we have it. Got a win. Very nice. Thank you guys for stopping by. If you haven't already, please subscribe. This is Eazy, and I'm out.